1. Introduction. My name is Diana. I am 27 years old. I lived in a very small town for a long time. Life there was quiet and simple. I wanted something new. I dreamed of a different future. So I decided to move to a big city. It was a big step for me. I hoped to find a new life and a new job there. I wanted to start fresh, away from everything I knew. After I arrived in the city, I looked for work. Soon, I found a job at a large company. It was a very important company, known by many people. The office building was tall, made of glass and steel. Many people worked there, hundreds of them. My new job was exciting, but also a little scary. I felt small in such a big place. Every day, I learned new things. I met many new coworkers. My boss at this company was a man named Jack. He was a very smart person. He was also tall, with dark hair and serious eyes. Jack was known for being very cold. He did not smile often. He rarely spoke to people unless it was about work. All the other employees were afraid of him. They tried not to make eye contact. They spoke in quiet voices when he was near. They always finished their work quickly when Jack was watching. But I saw something different in Jack. When I looked into his eyes, I did not just see a cold man. I saw a kind of sadness, a hidden pain. It was a feeling I knew well, a lonely feeling. I wondered about his life outside of work. I wondered why he was so cold. Was it a choice, or was it something that happened to him? I felt a strange connection, even though he never spoke much to me. One regular Tuesday afternoon, I was working at my desk. The office was busy, full of the sound of keyboards and quiet talks. Suddenly, my phone rang. It was Jack's secretary. She told me, "Mr. Jack wants to see you in his office now." My heart beat a little faster. No one was usually called into his office without a clear reason. I stood up and walked slowly towards his door. I felt a mix of nerves and curiosity. I knocked softly. He said, "Come in." That moment, when I stepped inside his office, was the start of everything. My life changed from that day. 2. A dinner together. One day, Jack called me into his office. He asked me to stay late. We had important work to finish. I felt very nervous. My heart beat fast. The office was big and quiet when everyone else left. It was just Jack and me. We worked for a long time. I focused on the papers. He was quiet too. It was past 8 o'clock when we finished. I was tired. I stood up, ready to go home. Jack looked at me. His eyes were not cold this time. He surprised me. "Diana," he said, "would you like to have dinner with me?" I did not know what to say. My boss, Jack, was asking me to dinner. I was surprised. I thought for a moment. I was curious. "Yes, I would," I said. We walked out of the office. The city lights were bright. He took me to a small, quiet restaurant. It was not fancy, but it felt nice. We sat down and the waiter brought us food. That night, Jack was completely different. He was not cold at all. He smiled often. It was a real, warm smile. He asked me many questions. He asked about my small town and my dreams. He wanted to know why I came to the big city. I told him about my life and my hopes. He listened carefully. He also shared a few things, but mostly he listened. We talked for a very long time, for hours. I felt comfortable with him. He laughed once, a warm sound. After dinner, he drove me home in his car. The ride was quiet and comfortable. When we arrived at my apartment, he stopped the car. I thanked him for dinner. As I opened the door to leave, he said softly, "You're not like the others, Diana." I looked at him, but he did not say anything more. I just nodded and got out. I went inside my apartment. I could not sleep that night. His words, "You're not like the others," stayed in my mind. I kept thinking about his real smile and his warm laugh. He was so different from the cold boss at work. I thought about him for many hours. My heart felt a new, strange feeling. I wondered what this night meant. 3. A fake plan. 1 week passed after our dinner. I still thought about Jack. One morning, he called me to his office again. My heart beat fast. He looked very serious. He closed the door. I sat down. He stood by the window, then turned to me. He began to speak in a low voice. He told me a big secret about his father. His father had died some time ago. He left a will. The will had a special rule. If Jack did not marry soon, he would lose his company. This company was very important to him. Jack looked sad. He said he needed a fake wife, only for 6 months. After 6 months, the rule in the will would be finished. Then he said we could get divorced. No one would know the truth. He asked me to marry him. I was very surprised. Marry my boss, but not for love. It felt too strange. I told him, "No, I cannot do this." Jack looked even sadder. He came closer. He begged me. He said he had no one else to ask. He promised me many things. He promised a nice house and a lot of money. He said the money would help me start a new life. He also said it would be a secret. No one would know it was not a real marriage. I thought about my mother. She was sick and needed expensive care. I did not have enough money. The money Jack promised could help her so much. It could pay for her doctors and medicine. It could make her life better. I looked at Jack. He looked desperate. I knew it was a strange plan, but if it could help my mother, maybe it was good. I took a deep breath. "Okay," I said. "I will do it. I will be your fake wife for 6 months." A small smile appeared on Jack's face. He thanked me. My life was about to change very much. 4. The new life. The wedding day arrived. It was not a happy day like a dream. We got married in a very small room. There was no big party. No music played. No flowers filled the air. There were only a few people there. Jack's mother was one of them. She did not smile at all. She looked at me with cold eyes. I knew she did not like me. She clearly hated me from the first moment. Before the short ceremony began, Jack's mother made me sign some papers. Her voice was strong and clear. She said, "You will not get any money if my son dies." She wanted me to know this very well. I felt a little sad inside, but I understood the situation completely. This marriage was not about love or money for me. It was a deal to help Jack. So I took the pen. I signed the papers without saying a word. I knew my part in this plan. After we signed the papers and said our simple vows, Jack changed again. He became cold, just like he was at work before our first dinner. It was strange. One moment he was kind, and the next he was distant again. This was our new life together, but it felt very lonely. At the office, we quickly went back to our old ways. He was my boss, and I was his employee. We did not talk about our marriage at all. We did not act like husband and wife in front of anyone. No one at work knew our big secret. We kept our distance. We talked only about work tasks. We pretended that nothing had changed between us. This was a very important part of our agreement. Our new home was very big. It had many rooms. We slept in different bedrooms. My bedroom was on one side of the house, and his was on the other. We did not share a room. We did not share our lives, not really. We lived in the same house, but we were like strangers living under one roof. We ate dinner sometimes together in the big dining room, but mostly we were quiet. The house felt empty, even though we were both there. But as days slowly turned into weeks, something slowly began to change inside me. I started to notice small things about Jack. Sometimes, when I was not looking directly at him, I could feel his eyes on me. When I looked up, he would quickly look away. His eyes, which were often cold and serious, sometimes held a different, softer feeling when he looked at me. It was a quiet look. I tried very hard not to think about it too much. This was a fake marriage, a contract. It was not real love, but my heart did not listen to my mind. I found myself thinking about him more. I thought about the way he looked at me. I thought about the few times he had been kind to me. I realized a surprising and difficult truth that I had not expected. I was falling in love with Jack, my boss, my fake husband. This new life was not what I expected at all. It was much more complicated. An old love. One day, something new happened. Jack's old fiancée came back. Her name was Carla. She was a very beautiful woman. She had long, dark hair and bright eyes, but her heart was not kind. She was very cruel. Carla wanted Jack to be her husband again. She did not like me. She wanted me to leave the company. She tried to make me lose my job. She told lies about me to other people. She said I was not good at my work. She said I made many mistakes. One morning, Carla came to the office. She went to Jack's office. She spoke loudly. Everyone in the office could hear her. She was angry. She said bad things about me. She told Jack to fire me, but Jack did not listen to her. He protected me. He stood up for me. He shouted at Carla. His voice was strong and clear. He told her to stop. He said, "Diana is a good employee. She will not leave." He told Carla to leave the office. Carla was very surprised. She left the office building. Everyone in the office looked at Jack. They were surprised too. Jack was usually a quiet man. Later that day, I was going home. I went into the elevator. Jack came into the elevator too. There were no other people inside. The doors closed. It was just the two of us. He looked at me. His eyes were soft. He did not look cold like he often did. He moved closer to me. My heart started to beat fast. Then he kissed me. It was a long kiss. It was a real kiss. It felt very good. My mind was full of thoughts. I felt happy and confused. When the elevator stopped, he stepped back. He did not say anything. I did not say anything either. I walked out of the elevator. I thought about the kiss. It felt so real. My feelings for him were growing stronger every day. I was falling in love with him. But I remembered our marriage was not real. It was a contract. It was only for 6 months. I wondered if he was just acting. Was this kiss part of his plan? Was he pretending to care for me? Or did he truly feel something for me? I did not know the answer. A part of me was very happy, but a part of me was also scared. I did not want to get hurt. This new feeling was strong, but so was my fear. I went home still thinking about the kiss and Jack. 6. A sad truth. It was late one night. Jack was not home yet, or perhaps he was asleep in his room. I felt restless. After the kiss in the elevator, I thought about him more and more. Our life together was strange. I walked into his office. Maybe I was looking for something or just thinking about everything. I saw his desk. There was a drawer. It was not locked. I opened it softly. Inside, I saw some papers. One letter caught my eye. It looked important. I took the letter out. My hands trembled a little. It was from his father's lawyer. I started to read the words. They were very clear. The letter said Jack would get the company if he married. This I knew from before. But then it said more. It said if he stayed married for 1 whole year, he would get all of his father's money. He would get the entire inheritance. My heart felt very cold. So, it was not just about the company. It was about much more money. It was about everything. And it was for 1 year, not 6 months. The 6 months were just a part of a bigger plan. All the kind words, all the times he protected me, the kiss in the elevator, were they just part of his plan? Was it all a lie to get more money? My mind went back to our first dinner, his gentle questions. Was it all fake? My eyes filled with tears. My heart felt like it was breaking into many pieces. I stood there, holding the paper. I could not breathe well. The truth was very sad. He never loved me. He only wanted money. He used me. I felt so foolish. I walked to my separate bedroom. I opened my closet. I pulled out my suitcase. I started to pack my clothes. I put in my few things. My hands moved quickly. I just wanted to leave this place. I wanted to leave him. I closed the suitcase. It was heavy, like my heart. I walked to the door of the house. It was raining outside. I did not care about the rain. I just needed to go. I opened the door. Just then, Jack came into the hall. His eyes were wide. He saw my suitcase. He saw my face. "Diana?" he asked. His voice sounded confused. "Where are you going?" I did not answer him. I just walked past him out into the rain. He followed me. "Diana, wait," he called. The rain was cold on my face, mixing with my tears. He grabbed my arm gently. "It started fake," he said, his voice soft, "but now I love you." I looked at him. His face was wet from the rain, but I could not believe him. His words felt empty. They were just more lies. He wanted the money. He wanted the inheritance. He did not want me. I pulled my arm away. "No," I said, my voice quiet but firm. "It was always about the money." I turned and walked away from the big house, from him into the dark, rainy night. I felt completely alone. 7, a real letter. Diana was alone in a small hotel room. She felt sad and confused. She had left Jack's house after finding a letter. It made her believe he only wanted money. Her heart was broken. She did not know what to do. Suddenly, a knock came at the door. Diana opened it. It was Jack's mother. Diana was surprised. Jack's mother usually seemed cold, but today her face looked different. She seemed tired, but also kind. "Diana," Jack's mother said softly, "I know you left Jack. You found a letter, but there is another letter you need to read." Jack's mother held out an old envelope. Diana took it with a shaking hand. The letter was from Jack's father, who had passed away. Diana opened it slowly, reading the words. The letter said Jack's father loved his son very much. He knew Jack was a good man, but shy. And Jack's father wrote that Jack always wanted to marry for real love, but Jack did not know how to find it. He was afraid to show his true heart. His father hoped the will would help Jack find a wife for love, not just for money. He wanted Jack to be truly happy. Diana finished reading. She looked at Jack's mother. Jack's mother nodded. "My son," she began, "he is not good with words. He hides his feelings. He chose you, Diana, not for money. He chose you because he smiles when he is with you. I have not seen him smile like that in many years. He truly loves you." A warm feeling spread through Diana's chest. All the sadness left her. She understood everything now. The first letter was about money, yes, but Jack's father wrote it to help Jack find real love. Jack was not acting. He truly loved her. He was just afraid. Diana thanked Jack's mother. She knew what to do. She had to go back to Jack. She had to tell him she believed him. She quickly packed her small bag. Her heart felt light. She hurried out of the hotel. She took a taxi back to Jack's house. The rain had stopped. The sky was clear. She walked to the front door. She took a deep breath. She opened the door. Jack was standing in the living room. He looked sad and tired. He held a large bunch of red roses. When he saw Diana, his eyes opened wide. Tears started to fall from his eyes. He dropped the roses and walked quickly towards her. He held her tightly. Diana held him back. She knew they would be okay. Their love was real. 8. Our real wedding. 6 months passed quickly. The time of our marriage contract was over. Jack and I had lived together, and our love had grown strong. He had shown me his true self, and I had learned to trust him. The fake wedding was a memory, but the feelings were real. We had shared so much, from quiet dinners to big challenges. Our bond was now unbreakable. One sunny morning, Jack took my hand. He looked into my eyes with a soft smile. "Diana," he began, "the contract is finished now. There are no more papers, no more rules from my father's will. Everything is clear for us." My heart beat fast. I knew what he was going to say next. "Will you marry me again?" he asked, his voice full of hope. But this time for real. For always. Tears filled my eyes, but they were happy tears. I felt so much joy. "Yes, Jack," I said. 1,000 times yes. This was the moment I had dreamed of, a true proposal from the man I loved with all my heart. It was a promise of a future built on genuine feelings. We started to plan our real wedding. It was very different from the first one. That first day had been quiet and sad, with only a few people present. This new day was full of joy and celebration. We invited all our friends and family. My parents came from my small town, and they were very happy for us. Jack's mother was there too. This time, she looked at me with warmth, not hate. She even smiled, a real, happy smile showing her approval. The wedding day was perfect. The sun shone brightly. We stood in a beautiful garden, surrounded by people who loved us deeply. There was music playing, and laughter filled the air everywhere. I wore a beautiful white dress, and Jack wore a handsome suit. We looked at each other, and our eyes spoke of a deep, true love that had overcome many challenges. Our vows were not just words. They came from our hearts, promising forever. After the ceremony, there was a big party. Children ran and played happily. Adults talked and laughed loudly, sharing stories and good wishes. We danced our first dance as a truly married couple, feeling like the luckiest people in the world. Every moment felt special and honest. Carla, Jack's ex-fiancée, was not there. She never came back to bother us again, and her memory was a small shadow that could not touch our happiness. Jack and I are still together. Our life is full of love and understanding. I never thought I would fall in love with my boss, the cold man from my first day at work. But I did. Our journey was not easy. It started with a fake plan, a secret contract, and many difficult times. But through it all, our love grew stronger. This time it was real, it was true, it was forever.